Hello, this is Raymond, New York Times top 10 best-selling author, and this is my Advent series. One a day, up till Christmas, I'm going to be giving you a gem, just like kids open up a little day on the calendar in December and they get a chocolate. Well, I'm giving you a chocolate of wisdom. And my wisdom today is, oh my gosh, I've forgotten. It's no hidden agenda. Yes, no hidden agenda. And the biggest comment that I've received from the replies to the video so far is, I can't believe you're doing this without selling anything. There's no sell. There's no sell. And it's not like I'm giving you all 16 of them to drip you content and then blast you with some sell. No, there's nothing. It's Christmas, man. It's Christmas. I'm Jewish, but it's still Christmas. Christmas somehow is universal, or at least seems universal to me. And so it's just a gift. It's 16 little gifts, 16 little chocolates that I'm giving you. No hidden agenda. So this is an example. This series is an example of no hidden agenda. When I graduated from university as a physicist, I didn't like the way that calculus was taught. So I went to see the dean of math for no particular reason, no hidden agenda, and I said, I don't like the way math is taught. He asked me for some examples, and I gave him some, and he said, that's pretty good. Why don't you write out some pages of this and come back and talk to me in a month? So I came back in a month. I had a lot written out, and he said, why don't you write a book? I said, wow, really? A book? Write a book? On what? He said, on all these things you're complaining about. Write a calculus book in which you do it better than the current textbook does, and we'll publish it. But I didn't do it for that purpose. I then spent every evening and every weekend for a year writing my calculus book. My first book, it was published, and it was compulsory at the University of Toronto. A girlfriend of mine, not a girlfriend, a woman who is a friend of mine, Jan Meek, she challenged me to race to the North Pole one day. I said, race to the North Pole? What are you talking about? And I said, okay, I'll do it. I didn't know it was going to cost $60,000. I didn't know it would take 2 years of hard work. I trained 1 hour a day to 10 hours a day for 2 years. 1 hour a day to 10 hours a day for 2 years. I didn't know that. And I had no hidden agenda. I wasn't going to use it. I wasn't going to write a book on it. I wasn't going to use it as proof that if I can do anything, you can do anything. People wanted to draw that conclusion. That was fine. I teach with passion. I don't have a hidden agenda. I just do it because I know it works and because I love doing it. I'm kind to my wife, and I do my best to live a good life. I do my best to tell the truth. I don't have a hidden agenda. And it's so wonderful because if someone accuses me of something, and I get accused of a lot, the bigger that I am, the bigger that I'm a target. And that's true of everybody. The bigger someone is, no matter how wonderful a president of the United States is, you might think the most wonderful might have been Abraham Lincoln. For gosh sakes, he was shot. So the bigger somebody is, the more they're a target. And so I get accused of all kinds of things, and some of what I'm guilty of. Somebody says, you double charged me. And I said, really? We don't typically do that. But we check into our files and realize, oh my gosh, we swiped the credit card. We didn't think it went through. And it looked kind of strange, so we swiped it again, and that did go through. But unbeknownst to us, the first one went through, and by the end of the month, we would have caught it anyways. But when the person called before we found out, and they accused me, you charged me twice. Oh my God, we did. So we give them a refund. But most of the time, it's not my fault. I didn't do anything. I didn't do the thing that I was accused of, and it feels wonderful because I had no hidden agenda. So my hands are clean. It's a wonderful expression. My hands are clean. And I know that lots of people go around with hidden agendas. They have these secret things. They don't tell this person that, and they don't tell this person this, and they don't tell this group that they're doing that, and they have a secret thing they're doing over here. I don't have any of it. My life is totally clean, and as a result, my heart is light, my heart is easy. And I'm happy. That huge weight is off my shoulders. And so I'm encouraging you, no hidden agenda. If you think, oh my gosh, I can't tell people this. Well, first of all, if it's a personal medical thing, there's no need to tell people. If it's a company secret, then of course you don't tell people. But I'm talking about, generally speaking, things that you think, oh my God, I can't tell people. When I do, life is easy. It makes it so easy. So that's my thought. Your homework is notice when you think you can't get along without having a hidden agenda, where you have to kind of hide something from certain people. And just take a deep breath and try it once, see what happens. I'll tell you a big thing for me. I always thought I couldn't tell people I was Jewish, and I certainly couldn't tell Americans that I was Canadian. If I was giving a speech in the United States offering to sell something at the end of my speech, I'd think, well, if there's people in the audience who are prejudiced against Jews, well, then they're not going to buy. And heck, why would Americans buy from a Canadian? They want to buy from an American. And one day I said, you know what, Raymond, give it up. So when I started, I said, by the way, I want to tell you something. I'm Jewish and I'm a Canadian. And I've always hidden that, but now I'm glad I told it. And they applauded. They applauded, for gosh sakes. I wasn't going for an applause. I was just hoping not to get tomatoes thrown at me. And they applauded. And from then on, if I happen to think it's apropos to say I'm Jewish, I say it. If I want to tell the Jewish joke, I preface it by saying, by the way, I'm Jewish, so I'm allowed to tell the Jewish joke. And if it comes out that I say I'm Canadian, I say it. And it's such a wonderful relief. Experience that relief by saying something that you thought you couldn't say. And tune in tomorrow for the next Advent chocolate.